Hi everyone, Marlene here with Buffalo Check Chicks. Well, look how my garden has grown. Actually, I'm going to be doing a little bit of trimming out here. These are indeterminate tomatoes. They are getting out of hand. They just keep growing and growing and growing. And I'm going to try to trim them up some. So I like to use scissors. And these are just little tiny scissors, but they're a lot easier on my hands. So let me show you what I've got going here. This is a squash plant. And let's see if I can find the tag. Okay, take it back. This is a cucumber plant. And it is setting fruit. It has a lot of blossoms. And I'm going to be trimming down around the bottom of this. Everything that's kind of laying on the ground. And it is trained. I have these little garden clips on here to grow up vertically. It just saves space in my garden. I do have a bell pepper here, and it looks like it needs to be picked. It's getting big. And I have more peppers growing here. This is another cucumber. It has not really done that well, and it hasn't taken off. Got some green beans pretty much on the ends of my flower bed. I am getting a lot of tomatoes now. They're all through here. But I still want to trim this up some. I will cut the ones that don't have tomatoes or blossoms on it, but they're just really crowding things out. This is a zucchini plant here, and it is, even though I have it inside of this, it's still going to get trimmed because the flowers are so deep inside that I don't see them down in here. These orange flowers. I don't know if the bees can actually get in there to pollinate those. So I've been watching some videos on YouTube, and here's a pretty flower here telling me how to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and try because they're just getting huge. There's another cucumber here. You can see all the yellow blossoms. Again, I'm trying to train this to grow up the trellis. And I have flowers in here, and basically they are just to attract bees. I have beets that are growing, and they're about ready to be pulled. I have pulled some and ate them, and they're good. It's a different kind of a beet. They're longer, about that long. And you can see some here that are shouldering. They're not quite ready, but they're really tasty. They're spicy, really spicy. So I am going to trim up these tomatoes. I'll show you what they look like when I get them done. And here you can see I have a damaged leaf here. I am going to trim this pretty good. I want my bees to get in there and pollinate those flowers, and there's no way that they can. Here is just herbs, and I do have a few green beans growing in here, but I need to get in and trim all this. This was my spinach, and of course, you know, it's done, and I need to pull that out. There's some spinach leaves here. It's been shaded, but they're done. I need to pull them out. So yeah, today's just going to be a day on cleaning up my garden. And I do enjoy putting a lot of flowers out amongst my vegetables. I actually think I like the flowers more. I've had these snapdragons in for a long time now. I could save these for some seeds because that was a beautiful snapdragon. This is that Japanese cucumber growing up another trellis. And you can see I've got some growing here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there's a few. And I'm hoping that grows all the way up this trellis. Just some flowers, just to attract the bees. This is that red trumpet vine, scarlet trumpet vine. It's growing. It will take over this entire trellis. I have some more of these little radishes here. They're so good. And if I'm saying beets, I'm really meaning radishes. These flowers that I just threw some seed in here are all coming up. My onion here is bolting, so I need to go ahead and pull it out of the ground. Over here I have some more green beans in here. I finally pulled all my Brussels sprouts out. I had like 4 or 5 plants right in this area. Not sure what I'm gonna put in here next. I have a sweet potato going there. I just made some sweet potato slips from a sweet potato I had bought at the grocery store. And these are some more green beans. Against the back there are my sunflowers. This is my artichoke plant. Need to pinch off these leaves here on the bottom that are turning yellow. So I'm curious to see how that does. Some more peppers in here. This is another indeterminate tomato plant. It is loaded with baby tomatoes everywhere. And I cut that yesterday. In fact, over there on the ground, you can see everything I cut off that. It was so big that it had pulled the cage right out of the ground. But it is loaded with tomatoes. This is a white eggplant, and I couldn't see anything. And then I finally found, I don't know if you can see it right there, is a white eggplant. And then over here, in this eggplant that I've got trying to go up on the trellis, I looked underneath and there's all kinds of little white eggplants growing. I've got, oh, watch, I won't be able to find them. I've got a few down here that surprised me. They're about, I don't know, where'd they go? Here's one in the back. I don't know if you can see it there. And it's about golf ball size. So that's what's growing in my garden, and I'm gonna work out here today and get things trimmed up. My back has been so bad that I have really neglected everything. It's been really difficult for me to walk lately. Here's some radishes. I wish I could find one that's big enough to show you. Here's one. It is a interesting one. They're long and narrow, and they are So good. I can't remember the name of them, but they are really good radishes. They are spicy, they're crisp, and they're just really delicious. I really have enjoyed my flowers. Over here, again, I have green beans growing. Anxious to see how this Japanese cucumber does. It's really getting the fruit on it now. But this I need to cut off because it's laying on the ground. And this bin, I need to really take care of this and maybe plant some radishes in there or something. I really enjoy radishes. But this is just really a mess. These squash plants just get so big. And these indeterminate tomato plants, they're just huge. So I'll get in here and work, but I'm pleased to see how this cucumber plant right here is growing vertically. So, you know, I'm a novice gardener. This is the first time that I have planted a spring/summer garden. I put one in late last year and it didn't do too well, but this one here, I can't see them from this side, but it has a couple really big tomatoes on there. There's one back in there. It's about that big, but it's green. And I love green tomatoes. If I got enough that size, I would fry me up some green tomatoes because they are so good. Fried green tomatoes. Have you ever had them? So let me go ahead and trim up these tomatoes here a little bit. I know I have to be careful, but anything laying down here on the ground I want to get rid of. And anything that's doesn't really have a lot of tomatoes on it, I'll go ahead and trim. So I'll show you when it's done. Okay, well, I finished up. And I had to order some more of these garden clips because I've got it's either a cucumber or I think it's a cucumber growing, and I need to be able to clip that up. So I think the tomatoes look a lot better. They were really shading my other plants, and I can at least see now what I have in the garden, which will make it a lot easier. Because I do have a lot of tomatoes here. Let's see if you can see these big ones. These are beefsteak tomatoes on this one, which are my favorite. And you can see them down here at the bottom, getting pretty big. And I've got a lot of them coming on the vine now. So I've trimmed everything up pretty good, and it'll be a lot easier to find my fruit. So here's that one I told you about. I've got to start clipping up, and I think that's another zucchini, but setting fruit too. And I did trim the zucchini so these flowers will get pollinated. This one is a cucumber. It has the yellow flowers. And I see a few little tiny ones setting. But now that I've got it trimmed up, I hope the bees can get to it better. And zucchini here. So it looks a lot better. I'm pleased with it. I pulled a lot of my petunias out that really are not doing that well. I have different herbs in here that I need to trim, and I'm gonna use a dehydrator. I've got one somewhere, and get them dehydrated. I need to add some more twine here to get my green beans growing up. So, but yeah, it's looking much, much better. Got everything watered. I pulled those, I had onions right in this spot, and so I pulled them out. I'll slice them up and probably freeze them. This one looks a lot better too. Green beans. So I don't know what I'm going to put in here, but I'm going to be putting something in there soon. These are bell peppers here. I've got fruit setting, and this other tomato plant is just loaded, as well as my white eggplant. It's just loaded. So, oops, sorry guys. See that big one down there? Never had white eggplant before, but I've opened everything up. You can see all my little tomatoes. I think it'll all do a lot better. I'd rather have bigger tomatoes and less quantity. And see a little fruit on here. But this back here, that is a okra plant. Could only find one. I don't know if you've ever had fried okra, but boy, it's good. So anyways, oh, I see a bee in here now. That's good. Here he is over there. Do your job, bee. And I also found some ladybugs over here, which is wonderful, over by my tomato plants. So, but everything looks healthy, and you know, it'll take a while, but I think I'm going to have a lot. We're hitting upwards to 100 degrees. So once it hits 100 degrees daily, I need to shade everything. Last year I had to shade everything back here. Okay, thank you so much. Now hang on, because I want to tell you about my Alice in Wonderland party. Hi everyone, so I just wanted to let you know how my Alice in Wonderland themed party went. It was held on Mother's Day. We had such a good time. I was Tweedledum. My daughter was Tweedledee. And let's see. My other daughter, Sarah, she came as the Cheshire Cat. My oldest grandson, Declan, decided to join in, and he came as the Mad Hatter. Brayden, my 17-year-old granddaughter, she was the White Rabbit. And my little one, 8-year-old Kinley, was Alice in Wonderland. So this was an interactive party. As they walked down my hallway, I had all the displays up, and I had pre-recorded little messages, little songs from the scenes of Alice in Wonderland. And Kinley just got the biggest kick out of it. So we had a great time, and I will flash some pictures up behind me. But it was a lot of fun. And then we had sandwiches, we had different salads, we had red velvet cake, so good. And my daughter made a homemade chocolate cheesecake. Oh my. So we had lots of goodies to eat. And then my daughter and I exchanged Mother's Day gifts. And, I got so many nice things. And the thing that surprised me the most, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard of no such mincemeat. And every year, and it's just apples and raisins and different spices, but every Thanksgiving and every Christmas, it is a family tradition. I make little mini, about that big, mincemeat pies. They're delicious. But and I think it's called non-such mincemeat went out of business, so you can't find it. Well, my daughter found it, and I know that she paid a lot for it, probably about $25 to $30 a jar. I'm not kidding you. And she bought me 4 jars of that. So that is up in my cabinet, and that I will wait to make for the holidays. My son gave me a couple gift certificates, one to the gardening store, another one just, to spend on myself. But we had a wonderful time. So anyways, that's about all I have for you guys. I want to thank you all for watching, and welcome to my new subscribers. And I love all my oldies but goodies that have been with me practically, and some of them have been with me since day one. So I'll let you guys go. Love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.